Hello everyone, this is Paush the Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. Today we continue working with the coat. I tacked it off the camera. I'll show you the wrong side of the coat for you to see everything clearly. Have a look here. This is the back part of the blanket. I remind you that these parts were slightly gathered with an iron. You can't see the shoulder darts, but they actually are here. This part of the coat will fit the body perfectly. This is the front part of the blanket. This is the princess seam. This is one of the slits. It's edged with the details cut off the wrong side of fabric. I strongly recommend you combining fabrics when sewing garments. You can combine different colors or even different types of fabrics. This is a perfect way of being different and beautiful. As I've already said, I'm tired of working with modeling fabrics. I try to show you more of the garments I sew for myself. Practice makes perfect. Have a look at the wrong side of the coat. We doubled and trimmed it. After that, we tacked the coat. The only details left to be tacked are the shoulders. I honestly got tired of tacking. If you make these angles accurately, you won't have any problems with taking them. If you make mistakes when cutting, you would waste a lot of time trying to make the details match. Please be very attentive when making patterns. Make sure that the seam extensions are even. Have a look here. The chest darts are perfect. I remind you that we had to add a bit more than needed to the side seam here, because of this seam. Do not forget to do it. This is very important. This part of the coat will also fit me perfectly. The lining should be cut absolutely the same way. You should also cut the plackets for the wrong side. The lining should copy the coat of the main fabric. I'll show you how to do it. This is how the sleeve should look like from the wrong side. I need to edge it this way for the lining not to be seen from the right side. The coat will look very beautiful in this case. The sleeve should be lined differently. I want the lining to be seen when I roll the sleeves up. This is how the dart will look like. This is the lining for the front. This part should be cut this way. I'll explain why. The blanket ends here on the right side. But it should go to the bottom on the wrong side. This is how it should look like. It ends here on the right side, and the blanket goes to the bottom on the wrong side. There will be an absolutely the same blanket attached here. I've already showed you several tutorials on outer clothing. I showed you how to make different coats and jackets. I showed you how to make a pattern for these coats very thoroughly. I showed you how to cut it. I'm showing you how it should look like from the right side and from the wrong side. You already know how to double coat with the interfacing material. There are different types of interfacing materials. Choose the one which is better for this particular garment. I'm sure that every one of you will manage to make such coats. When I'm saying this, I don't mean that you need to make absolutely the same coats. You can make them longer or shorter. You can change the design however you want. The thing is that having a basic pattern, you will be able to make such coats without any problems. Next, I'll move all of these details aside and tack the shoulder seams. After that, I'll try the coat on. When I show you how it looks like, I'll ask one of the tailors of my fashion house to stitch it. When I tack the shoulders, I try the coat on. If you are afraid of making mistakes when taking the details, you can make checkpoints in them. It's very convenient to work with the checkpoints. It's the best way to make sure that you're working accurately. I can try the coat on. I tack the coat and put it on. This is how it looks like at the first fitting. I haven't changed anything yet. Notice that the armholes are perfect. I showed you how to draw them. The sleeves look just like I wanted it to. You can make the sleeves as wide as you want. I think that in my case, the sleeve should be pretty tight. What do you think? Does the coat make me look slimmer? I'm not sure what it is, the slits or the plackets. Anyway, I think that I look slimmer and taller than I really am. I will look amazing wearing this coat with the shoes and a grey bag. I remind you that there are no waist tucks here. It's okay. The coat isn't close-fitting. As I've already said, there is nothing complicated in working with lining. Don't be afraid of experiments. I've already showed you how to cut and stitch lining a lot of times. Look through my tutorials. I show you a lot of interesting and useful techniques and details. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Paukšte Irina. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, press a like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.